my name is Gwen Tooth. Welcome, friends and artists, to a display of how I'm going to be doing some paintings that are part of my Whirlpool Variation series. Gesso is a preparatory ground that you put on the surface of your canvas. There's already gesso on these canvases, but that builds it up, builds the surface up so that it can absorb other layers of paint. So I'll start with the big one, get the hardest one done first. And I'll start in the center and just get used to the feeling of the vortex and keep applying layers of the paint. And while I'm doing this, I'm painting from my shoulder and I'm putting the energy of my whole arm and body into it so that it gets the feel of the forcefulness and power of water. This is one layer. I may do another layer when I see it dry, and that will be tomorrow or the next day. This is not a process I'm going to hurry. Yesterday, we applied gesso in circular motions from my shoulder to get the energy of the water and the danger of the water in. That we get the force of the water drawing you in, and we get the sunlight qualities on the top of the surface, which also draw you into the danger of the abyss. So I'm going to start with various acrylics. I use different types of acrylics. Some of them are thicker, and some of them are that I can pour on and I can manipulate with my hands. Sometimes I go very thick. I use different brands depending on the colors and the feeling I want and different consistencies. So I'm just going to start and we'll see what happens. This is all the vortex energy. Now I need to help these along a bit. Now this color looks very bright, but by the time I have lots of other colors on it, it won't look quite so bright at all. It'll just blend in and be part of an overall effect and impact of the energy of the water. I do like to use colors right out of the tube. If I'm painting classically, I do blend my colors, and it depends on the effect that I want. So I'm going to try and keep the swirls going and integrate the colors. And as you can see, sometimes things happen a little differently than you can expect. So it's good to go with that. And just work with what the paint wants to do for you. Okay, I'm now going to work with a fluorescent paint. It's actually a Pabeo, high viscosity. It's called iridescent green yellow, and I think we need some light now because these reds and blues and purples are becoming, they're a bit dark, but we want to keep the lightness of the water in. Now this is the beauty of painting intuitively. You never know what's going to happen. The paints talk to you. Now, 90% of painting is walking back 10 to 30 feet, depending on how much room you've got, and looking at things and just thinking. So what will I put on next? I think we need a little bit of black to keep the black background integrated into everything. And this one might be liquidy enough that I can do it without getting into my hands. And these figurative swirls that I'm making are giving the paintings a lyrical drawing quality that's part of my signature. And a signature for an artist is something that you can find in all of their paintings that make their paintings unique. And I've been told by many mature artists that once you figure out what that is, don't let any art teacher or anybody try to convince you to change it. Because it's like your handwriting, it's your signature in your painting. And I really like the way they're going and the energy in them. And I'm going to add some really bright yellow. Here we go, I'm going to start on this one this time. Welcome, my friends and artists, to my third and final day of taping this demo of paintings of my Whirlpool series, Whirlpool Variations. Since we last spoke, I've had some time to look at my paintings and I've decided that they are complete. So I'm now going to the next stage, which is putting a gloss medium and varnish on top of them. And what this does is this unifies the colors and brings out the colors. This is an example of one that I've already completed before this demo has started. And it adds a sheen and the energy and light of the water and sunlight into the paintings and ties everything together. What I've found works best for me is something that I've seen an artist do, and he completed it with a brush, but I'm going to do this with my hand. And is just to pour some of the varnish on and then work it in with my hands. And then I have complete control over where it's going. I find working with my hands is very earthy and brings me completely in touch with what I'm working on. That's all that I wish to show you for now, and I hope that you've enjoyed this and that this will help you to go on your creative series, creative inspiration, and to enjoy painting. Thanks very much.